Life is weird. So, I was thinking that I wanted to tell you guys the story of when I had my thyroid surgery done. So, back in 2015, I had my thyroid taken out and I was hospitalized and I was in a room with another person. I had the window side and there was a sheet up, whatever. And she's on the left. And it was 2 o'clock in the morning. And because the clock is like right there, right in front of me, and then the window is right here. Huge, huge window overlooks like Woodby Island or Mukilteo, one of those. Anyway, beautiful view, kick ass, whatever. And so anyway, it was 2 o'clock in the morning, and I know this again, like I said. Anyway, I woke up and I looked out the window and I saw this orange red thing in the sky. And the first thing I noticed, the whole thing was weird, but the first thing I noticed is that whatever was there was not reflecting into the water. Okay, it was not like the moon in the sky. You'll see it on the water, and Woodby Island or Mukilteo, it's all water, and then there's an island across. Okay, so there's a lot of water in between my view and the next island. It should have had some kind of light. There was none. It was, by the looks of it, and I'm just going to tell you what it looked like to me, melting. Just melting. I don't know how else to put it. Now, understand that I'm reasonable to the point that I know that I am highly drugged up, okay? Even though I feel pretty coherent, I considered the possibility that I might be hallucinating. I've never done that before during a surgery or after, but, hey, whatever. So the first thing I did after noticing this is grab the nurse button, called the nurse. They come on, and I didn't know what to say. I thought, well, I'm seeing something out my window. They're going to ignore me. So I said, I need to go pee because I had to have assistance. And so the nurse comes in, and she's at first looking at me. But again, when she walked through the curtain, the first thing she sees is the window. And so she looks at me, and then she looks at the window, and I'm like, what is that? She walks over to the window, and she's standing there, and then she's Hispanic. She starts, what I'm assuming is praying. She starts just praying this, Hispanic language, whatever. And I'm standing there going, oh my God, what is it? What is that? What is that? What is that? And I know now I'm not hallucinating because here's a completely, I'm assuming, sober nurse. And so she's doing this, and I'm looking at her, and I'm looking at this thing, and I'm completely just flabbergasted at what I'm looking at. This thing is melting until it slowly just disappears. And this is probably over like a 5-minute period. It was a long flipping time. And so anyways, she then is so freaked out, but she's trying to do her job. So she's like, do you need assistance? And I was like, no, I wanted to know if that was really there. So she leaves the room quickly. And then I hear all this commotion out in the hallway. And I can hear the nurses. There's probably 5 or 6 of them. And they are in another room, I'm assuming, standing at the window in there. And they're all just talking. I can't tell what the hell they're saying. It's a big hospital. So anyways, here's the dumb part, okay? 2015, yeah, phones weren't that great, but I did have a phone, and it was sitting right on my little table thing right next to me. Not once did I think to grab my goddamn phone. So the next day, after I got released and I was home and stuff, I started searching to see if anybody saw anything, over the Everett area, Puget Sound, anything, nothing. And so I'm kind of putting this out there for 2 reasons. First, to tell you the story. Second, to ask if anybody saw anything. And God, I don't know what flipping day it was, but could find out. But anyways, anybody ever seen anything like that? An orangish red ball melting, leaving no light behind. Huge, like the size of the sun would be on a sunset. Pretty goddamn good size on the West Coast. Anyway, 2 o'clock in the morning. Just want to know. Love you guys.